2010, Ghana wept. 120th minute. That single fraction of time changed everything. We remember the heartbreak. We feel the crushing silence. A beautiful country haunted. Yet, they remain totally obsessed with a glorious future. The ghost and the glory. Ghana's 2026 World Cup mission begins right here in this explainer. The players carry a heavy weight. They carry a generational curse. Can they finally break it? The whole world watches. They desperately want a miracle. The stakes have never been higher. You feel the tension. It hangs thick in the air. This isn't just football. This is survival. This is national pride on the literal line.
120. That exact number haunts them. Deep into extra time against Uruguay, destiny called loudly. The entire African continent stood completely united. Historic victory rested right in their hands. Then came the ultimate betrayal. A hero stepped up, a villain emerged. The infamous curse of Johannesburg shattered a million dreams. Does time actually heal wounds? Guineans know the bitter truth. Time only sharpens the memory. Every single pass traces back to that agonizing second. They hear the crossbar. They feel the hot tears. They want redemption. They demand it. But the real story? That comes in 60 seconds. We need to fully grasp the psychological trauma first.
2010, a golden generation shone brightly. Asamoah Gyan struck the penalty. The crossbar rattled loudly. The stadium gasped. Hope died. The African dream vanished into the cold night. They dominated that entire tournament. They captured our hearts. Then, fate intervened cruelly. How do you recover from that? You don't just move on. You internalize the pain. You forge impenetrable armor. Ghana absorbed that heartbreak. They transformed it into a relentless obsession. They refuse the victim role. They stand incredibly tall. They fight back. You see it in their eyes. The burning desire for vengeance fuels every single training session. Pure villainy. Suarez blocked the shot. He used his bare hands. He blatantly stole destiny. The hand of God now belongs to me. He openly celebrated the cheat. He embraced the absolute darkness. Did fate owe Ghana a massive debt? Yes, absolutely. But fate rarely plays fair. The fierce Black Stars learned an unforgiving lesson. You must seize glory yourself. You cannot wait for poetic justice. The vibrant streets of Accra never forgot. They carry that deep scar into every single battle. They want revenge. They crave it. You can almost taste the fierce anticipation right now. The heartbeat of Kumasi, the spirit of Baba Yara. We shift away from past trauma, we look directly at their current lifeblood. You cannot separate this legendary team from this sacred ground. The true identity of the Black Stars beats hardest right here. It represents their unbreakable will. It acts as their terrifying fortress. What happens when a team harnesses a city's raw energy? They become invincible. They become practically supernatural. The lingering ghosts of 2010 vanish inside these massive walls. The miracle starts here. You step inside and the atmosphere literally changes. Opponents know they entered a completely different world. 40,000 strong, a roaring sea of red, gold, green. 40,528 fanatic supporters create a pulsating wall of sound. Opposing teams tremble. The solid ground shakes violently. Passionate fans paint their faces. They scream loudly until their lungs burn. This historic stadium connects multiple generations. Do you feel that raw street passion? It flows directly into the players' veins. Look, if you love that kind of raw, unfiltered football passion, hit that subscribe button right now. Join this incredible community. We live for these stories. We breathe this beautiful game. Subscribe and let's ride this emotional roller coaster together.
A historical roller coaster. 2006. They shocked the globe. 2010. The quarterfinal miracle became a weeking nightmare. 2014 and 2022 brought intense group stage misery. Now, 2026. Qualifications secured. They survived the agonizing dips. They rode the chaotic highs. Every cycle brings immense pressure. Every cycle demands flawless perfection. Can they finally recreate that stunning magic? The demanding streets expect victory. They demand absolute greatness. They accept zero excuses. The national expectation weighs a literal ton. You wear that famous jersey. You carry the entire nation. But here is the part nobody is talking about. A sudden disaster threatened everything.
September 2024. Total heartbreak. The Confederation of African Football dropped a massive hammer. They banned Baba Yara Stadium. The pitch failed strict inspections. The massive lights went dark. Ghana lost their sacred fortress. They scrambled desperately for fast solutions. They fought back fiercely. How does a team survive without its beating heart? They adapt immediately. Emergency repairs began the very next day. The government launched a massive renovation. They upgraded the drainage. They fixed the towering floodlights. They refused to surrender. The curse tried to strike again, but the Black Stars pushed back hard. They protected their home turf fiercely.
The master tactician, Addo. He steps directly into the blazing fire. He carries 30 million wild expectations. He played bravely for the team. He bled for the national shirt. Now he commands the sidelines. He understands the raw street passion. He respects strict European discipline. Can one single man balance unhinged emotion with cold strategy? Addo truly believes he can. He watches intently. He plots quietly. He meticulously prepares his brave warriors. He knows the massive stakes. He feels the intense heat. Every single tactical decision carries the weight of a nation. He stands completely ready.
Pure tactical brilliance. Football is like eating. If I eat rice and meat, I use a fork and knife. Otto breaks it down perfectly. You need the exact right tools. He rejects rigid systems. He embraces fluid adaptability. Does the opponent sit deep? He brings out the heavy artillery. Do they press high? He unleashes the terrifying speed demons. This quote captures his pragmatic genius. He builds his entire strategy around hurting the opposition. He analyzes their weakness. He exploits it mercilessly. He constantly outsmarts the opposing manager. He sets the perfect, deadly trap every single match.
A deadly toolbox. He adapts to specific opponents' strengths. He shifts seamlessly between tall targets and fast strikers. He prioritizes absolute flexibility. Germany learned this painful lesson recently. Addo continuously analyzes the shifting battlefield. He adjusts the complex formation instantly. He refuses to force square pegs into round holes. What makes a modern football team truly dangerous? Unpredictability. You never know how Ghana will attack. You never know how they will defend. Addo creates a shape-shifting tactical monster. The curse of predictability is completely broken. Opponents guess blindly. Nobody saw what was coming next.
The Mima prodigy, Mohammed Kudus. He embodies the entire nation's raw talent. West Ham United paid millions. He terrifies elite Premier League defenders constantly. He glides effortlessly past brutal tackles. He strikes the ball with lethal precision. But he did not emerge from a soft academy. He forged his incredible skills in the unforgiving streets. Does massive pressure affect a man who conquered the slums? Never. He carries the heavy dreams of Nima proudly. He plays the game with fearless joy. He dances on the pitch. He creates pure magic out of absolutely nothing. He is the true sparking catalyst.
Sand versus grass. Nima's uneven sand pitches built his superhuman reflexes. European manicured grass just feels incredibly easy. The ball bounces wildly on rough sand. You must react instantly. You must develop a flawless touch. Kudus masterfully harnessed this chaotic environment. He cleverly turned a massive physical disadvantage into a secret weapon. How do you stop a dynamic player who expects the unexpected? You cannot. He dances gracefully through tight defenses. He manipulates the football perfectly. The rough sand taught him brutal survival. The green grass gave him a global stage. He dominates both worlds completely. Stay grounded, one day at a time. This powerful quote reveals his unwavering focus. His hardworking mother sold goods on the busy street. She enforced harsh rules. Pass your exams or no football. That intense discipline shaped a true champion. He bravely survived crushing knee injuries. He confidently survived suffocating Champions League pressure. He analyzes his physical body constantly. He sharpens his mental focus daily. He never takes a single shortcut. He grinds endlessly. What happened next changed everything. The ultimate test of his character arrived quickly. The desperate nation needed a powerful savior. Kudus answered.
The 2026 mission, October 12, 2025. The humid air hung incredibly thick. The massive stakes could not possibly be higher. Win the match, book a golden ticket to North America. Lose the match, the dark curse swallows another talented generation. Accra prepared for an all-out war. The desperate fans demanded a stunning miracle. They needed pure street passion. They needed it to fuel the unstoppable machine. The tension vibrated through the concrete. You could literally cut the nervous energy with a knife. This was do or die. This was absolute destiny calling. The whole country held its collective breath. Qualification secured. A cross-sports stadium erupted into glorious madness. The packed stands overflowed with screaming fans. Shadawale's loud music rattled the concrete pillars. The frantic DJ whipped the sweaty crowd into a frenzy. Then, Kudus powerfully found the net. The massive stadium literally exploded. Complete strangers hugged tightly. Hot tears of pure joy flowed freely. The dark haunting ghosts retreated into the deep shadows. Ghana officially punched their golden ticket. They loudly proved their incredible resilience. They boldly showcased their terrifying power. The wild street celebration lasted loudly until dawn. They finally achieved the ultimate, glorious dream.
Pure, fearless confidence. Put us in any group, we go lash them. A massive explosion of fierce national pride. They do not fear France. They do not fear Brazil. They warmly welcome the global giants. The passionate fans took aggressively to social media. They loudly mocked their fallen rivals. They fiercely celebrated their undeniable regional supremacy. Is this dangerous overconfidence, or is it completely justified swagger? It is the powerful heartbeat of a proud nation. They refused to cower. They survived the stadium ban. They easily survived the grueling qualifiers. They truly believe they can conquer the entire globe.
The group of absolute death: Panama, England, Croatia. Group L presents a truly terrifying gauntlet. North America waits eagerly. Can they possibly survive this unforgiving clash? England brings strict tactical rigidity. Croatia brings seemingly endless stamina. Panama brings absolute CONCACAF chaos. Addo desperately needs every single tool. Kudus desperately needs every ounce of his street magic. The global stakes are monumental. The watching world will scrutinize them closely. They face massive heavyweights. They face crushing expectations. But they carry a powerful secret weapon. They carry the unbreakable warrior spirit. They are incredibly dangerous underdogs. They thrive in the utter chaos.
The ghost versus the glory. The haunting trauma of 2010 stands firmly face-to-face with the blazing spirit of 2026. The old curse demands a painful sacrifice. The new players demand a glorious miracle. They possess the brilliant tactical genius. They possess the incredible generational superstar. They possess the screaming passion of 40,000 loyal voices. Will the old ghosts drag them down, or will they finally seize their glorious destiny? My fearless prediction: they shatter the difficult group stage. They break European hearts. They march proudly straight into the quarterfinals. They finish exactly what they started 16 long years ago.
So, the grand stage is absolutely set. The brave actors are fully ready. The absolute greatest show on earth eagerly awaits the fierce Black Stars. It is truly time for you to make your passionate voice heard. The incredible passion of the World Cup beautifully connects us all. Which team are you supporting at World Cup 2026? Drop it below.
So, did you find today's explainer useful?
Then definitely drop a like, share it out, and subscribe to join the family.
Tell us, what should we explore next? Stay well.